Well, North Korea threats topped the agenda when China and Russia's foreign ministers met on the sidelines of a regional security meeting in Beijing. The two countries see eye to eye on the need for Pyongyang to refrain from any further provocations and in pledging to fully implement UN sanctions in North Korea. What the two also agree on, though, is the resumption of the long-stalled six-party talks, as well as concerns of a possible deployment of the U.S.'s THAAD missile defense system in South Korea. Our Connie Kim fills us in on what was discussed by the two traditional but now not so much allies of North Korea.
China and Russia called on South Korea and the U.S. to discuss the swift resumption of the six-party denuclearization talks and continued to voice their concern over the possible deployment of the U.S.-made anti-ballistic missile system known as THAAD to South Korea. The comments came from Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi and his Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov during a meeting on the sidelines of the Conference on Interaction and Confidence-Building Measures in Asia, or CICA, in Beijing on Friday. Lavrov said he and Wang had discussed the escalating tensions on the Korean peninsula following Pyongyang's fourth nuclear test and said denuclearization talks are the most effective path to regional security in Northeast Asia. The Chinese and Russian diplomat also sent out a consistent message over the deployment of the THAAD system to the Korean peninsula.
This move goes beyond the defensive needs of the relevant countries. If it is deployed, it will directly impact China's and Russia's respective strategic security.
We've stressed how counterproductive and dangerous are attempts to use Pyongyang's actions, no matter how unacceptable they are, as a pretext, as a reason to increase military presence in the region and to unfold here a segment of a global anti-missile U.S. defense system.
Seoul and Washington agreed to formally discuss deploying a THAAD battery to South Korea, following North Korea's long-range ballistic missile launch in February. China and Russia have both been against the deployment, as they believe it would give the U.S. an edge in regional security affairs. The two diplomats also had a clear message for the North: abstain from any new provocations. Many observers in South Korea say, however, that might be wishful thinking at this point. With North Korea's recent missile launches having ended in failure, the speculation that the North will go ahead with its fifth nuclear test next week ahead of its ruling Workers' Party Congress has ticked up a notch. Connie Kim, Arirang News.